welcome back. You likely know her for her years behind the mic as a DJ for The Current, but now we're learning more about Mary Lucia's experience in the public eye in her brand new book. It's called What Doesn't Kill Me Makes Me Weirder and Harder to Relate to, I should say, and she joins us this morning. I don't think, actually have ever met before, but we have chatted before, and your story is one that obviously connects with many of us that are in the media.
Yes.
Your story being very, very difficult at times. Why, before we get into it, it's about stalking. Why did you want to get all this into a book and kind of, I imagine, relive it?
I didn't want to relive it.
You didn't want to relive it.
It was difficult. However, I felt that having gone through an experience in which I was making changes to myself that a stranger was dictating my behavior, my life, I thought, you know what, just to grab just a tiny bit of that power back, I'm going to tell the story as honestly as I always do. And, you know, it just feels a little bit cathartic, but at the same time, I want people to have a little understanding about the crime and then have a laugh as well.
Which I guess you have to laugh because otherwise you're crying with this whole thing.
True.
So stalking is a felony. He is currently out. You lived through it. Give me some of the lower points, like what kind of things he did to you that people might be like, are you kidding me right now?
Good question, Belinda, because when my story broke and mainstream media picked it up, I understood they couldn't really get into the really gnarly nuts and bolts of what he was doing to me. So they had to just sort of sanitize it. It sounded like a man had sent me flowers and a candle and that I was the wingnut going, ooh. But it was so beyond that. It was so just absolutely threatening and explicit. So I think for me, you know, in media, you always have maybe overzealous fans, but you know the difference when it's crossing a line to your personal safety. This was coming at me first initially at work, and then when it gets to your home, a whole nother level of fear. I believe that his delusion was as real to him as my trauma was to me.
So he really thought that he knew you and he loved you and that you were some reason not reciprocating. But we're talking raw meat at your door.
Oh, raw meat came at the station. That was a day where somebody said, hey, Luch, you've got some mail that needs attention. And I thought, what? And I was walking up there and they're like, yeah, it smells. And I'm thinking, it's not flowers, by the way they were talking. The butcher paper, 10 pounds of meat, and that he hand dropped off at the station.
Oh, no.
So I'm, you know, honestly, if that's our starting place, it's only going to get weirder and crazier from there.
How many years did this go on?
3.
3 solid years.
3 solid years.
And you're saying when you told authorities, you just weren't taken seriously.
One I like to say is, the frequency in which I was calling 911 every time that he appeared at my house, in my yard, had left something. You know, I got it down to a science. I had my restraining order. I had my collection of blue cards you get. And I said, you know, this person, I don't know him. I'm on the radio. It seemed baffling. Police were only familiar with cases of domestic stalking in which you knew the person in some capacity. They were so lost when I would say, I don't know this person. I've never met them.
Yeah,
They've
and he's
never
in
met
my
me.
yard.
Right, he's in my yard and he's heard my voice for 28 years. But the cops, my favorite story was one night after he had left something horrific on my stoop, and I called the cops, and this responding officer kind of gives me an up and down and goes, are you sure you're his type?
Oh my gosh. He did not say that.
He sure did.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it was a lot of that stuff.
Well, and so if this helps maybe the whole society understand this better, and as you mentioned, and we do have to go, which I feel bad, I think we could talk for hours. You said this is happening more often because it's a dangerous time of parasocial relationships. It's so true this time. These, even because you and I are about probably the same age, and this wasn't the case before.
Oh, I know.
And now it's all so available because of that.
It is. And like I said, we just want to do what we can to change the algorithm when people Google our names. It should be our accomplishments and our cool things. I don't want my name attached to a stalker.
I'm sorry. I'm
Thanks,
sorry,
Paula.
but thank you for doing this.
Thank you.
We're going to let people know where they can get this book and they can meet you as well.
Yeah.
And good luck with it. I know that you have moved on to another career and you're doing really well. And I love the fact that you came on the show.
Yeah, thank you for
I
having me.
appreciate it. Mary has, we do have this going on here. We'll let people know some events coming up around the Twin Cities. She'll be at the Barbette in Uptown next Thursday for a book discussion that starts at 6 o'clock. So that's January 15th. Then on February 3rd, she'll be at the University Club of St. Paul. That's at 7 o'clock. And of course, you can find her book anywhere books are sold. Go to a local bookstore if you can, right? We have a link at kara11.com/sunrise or /Saturday. That's where it is. And now